Hey guys, welcome back to our course on web development using ChatGPT, Ruby on Rails, and React. In the last lecture, we displayed Bootstrap success alert to show the successful form submission response to users in our React application. But we did that only for employee create form. Okay, so that will not work for other resource forms and also not work perfectly for the employee edit form. Okay, for example, let's say right now we just have the employee resource in our backend and we are performing CRUD from our React part on that employee resource. But suppose if you have other more resources, let's say product, let's say user, let's say some places or anything else, it could be any active record model. So if you perform CRUD operation on that or create operation on that, you will not see this response message. Why? Because we hard coded this into the employee list component. Okay, and it will also display this flash message even if we edit an employee. Okay, let me show you. For example, if you go to the React part, okay, here you can see that we have one more component which is the employee edit form.jsx. Okay, and in the employee new dot form.js we added this window.location.her. Okay, and then you just need to paste this here where we updating the data. Okay, so just paste it here, and now let's try to update an existing employee. So click on this employee and sorry, I think, oh, okay, sorry, I just placed this url at the wrong place. Okay, we just need to make paste it after the handle submit button. Okay, just paste it here, save it, and now if you click on the edit and let's say make it Dipendra. Okay, and now if you update the employee, okay, you can see that the employee has been updated. Here the name is Dipendra Singh now, but still we are saying employee has been created successfully. Okay, so this is not correct. Rather, what we need to display here, that we need to display that employee has been updated successfully, because we edited an existing employee in the system. We did not create a new system. So we need to fix it. Okay, so and also to fix this, we will separate the alert display from the employee list component. I mean, here you can see that we added the functionality to display the alert message within the employee component and employee list component, and we need to fix it. Okay, we need to move it from here and we need to display it into a separate component. Okay, so we will create a new child component within the shared directory. Okay, and name this component as, let's say, flash messages.jsx, or you can put anything like success message.jsx. But we are creating it as a flash message, so we will name it as flash message.jsx. Okay, flash message.jsx. Okay, and now we need to implement this function. First we need to import use state and use effect hooks here. Okay, so import react and use state, use effect from React. Okay, now we need to implement the function. Okay, so we can do it like const flash message. Okay, and then we will accept some properties here, and properties could be like success and then object class and then action. Okay, and now let's finish its body. Okay, and now let me tell you that what are the props like success, object class, and action. So here success is the property that will pass from parent component, I mean from the employee list component, and the object class is the property which will dynamically refer the resource name for which we submitted the form or for which we are taking the action, and the action property refers the action taken by the user. For example, let's say if user created a new employee from the form, then it will, the action will be the created. If user updated an existing user or existing employee, then action will be update, and if user deletes a user, then action will be deleted. Okay, so these are the properties that we will accept from the parent component. Now let's define the visible state for the alert message. Okay, so we need to display some sorry, we need to set some state variable here. Okay, so const and then here visible and then set visible And here we need to call the use state hook and set the default value of visible is false. Okay, because we will make it true after in the use effect mode. Okay, now we need to use the use effect hook to do something with success property or success prop that we will get from the parent component. We will add a timeout to display alert. Okay, I mean, after a certain time we will disappear the alert message from the screen of the user. Okay, so here we need to use effect. Okay, and then within this use effect, first we will check if success. Okay, just like we are checking in this employee list component here, you can see that we are checking if success, then we are rendering this component template. Okay, so here we will check that if success, then we need to set timeout here. Okay, so set visible is to true. Okay, so now it's save the state of visible to true. Okay, and then after this we need to add the timer, so const timer equal to set timeout. This is the JavaScript function. Okay, set timeout, and here we need to add, let's say, set visible to false. Okay, I mean, when the timeout appears or the timeout reach its limit, then we will set this visible property to false. Okay, and then here what you need to do, you need to provide some time. Let's say we want to disappear this alert message after the 5 seconds, so we will add here 500 5000. Okay, and now you need to return clear timeout. Clear timeout, and then we need to provide the timer object here. Okay, so this is just the plain JavaScript function. Okay, and you can check it in the JavaScript library. Okay, and then here we need to return the success. Okay, so this is the implementation of our use effect model. Okay, and now we need to use the, what say, return method to just display some JSX. Okay, so here we will call return, first add the semicolon here. Okay, and then return, and in this return block, first we will check if the alert is visible, and then we will display the alert message. Okay, so here first add the empty tag. Okay, and now here, just like we are checking in the list.jsx, sorry, employee list.jsx, so you can just copy this one, and here we just need to paste it here. Okay, and make it properly indent. Okay, and now rather than using success, we will use visible. Okay, and then div class name alert success, and here we need to use object class rather than employee. Why? Because right now the we are creating, saving, or updating the employee object, so we are passing the employee class here. Okay, so object class has been, and then now we need to use action here, action property. Okay, so now let's say whenever you perform a create operation, it will say that employee has been created successfully. Whenever you update an existing employee, it will show you the message like employee has been updated successfully. Or whenever you delete an employee, it will show you employee has been deleted successfully. Okay, so now this is our implementation of flash message has been done. Okay, make sure to add these properties: success, object class, and action. Again, success is the property that we are passing from the parent component, which is the success query parameter that we getting into the URL. Okay, and we will also add the action attribute into our query, or the query as a query params. Okay, and now at the end, what we need to do here, that we need to export default flash message. Export default, and then flash message. Okay, at the line end of the file line. Okay, and now we need to import this shared component into our employee list.jsx. Okay, but before that we need to make some changes to our employee new form component. I mean, we need to make changes here, like we need to add another query parameter which is the action. So action, and here we will pass created. Okay, and in the same way you can do something in the edit form as well. So here what we can provide here action as updated. Okay, it the separate these query parameters by ampersand sign, and here updated. Okay, and now this will set. So whenever you submit the a form for, let's say, editing, then you will get these two query parameters in the url, or whenever you submit the form for new user, you will get these two parameters like success equal to true and action created. Okay, and now let's go to the employee list.jsx. Here what we need to do, that we need to import this flash message component into our employee list component. Okay, or in our parent component. So just copy this line, and here replace this pagination by flash message. Flash message. Okay, and now just like we get the success query parameter from the url, we need to get the action query parameter from the url as well. Okay, so just copy this line and replace the success by the action. Okay, so here you can see that now we have query parameters like success, action. Okay, and now what we need to do, that this is the last thing that we need to do. We need to remove this block here, because we already did that in the our flash message component or flash message child component. Okay, and now what we need to do, that we just need to render our flash message component with the properties. Okay, so flash message, close this message, and here we need to pass property. So first we will pass success, and the success will be this property, the success query parameter. Okay, so here we will pass success, and the next property name, which is the object class. So we need to pass object class and assign the employee here, and make sure you are passing the employee as a string, not as the without a string. For example, you cannot pass this like this. Sorry, you cannot pass it like this, because it will consider a constant or some variable in our component file. Okay, and then last property that you need to pass is the action. Sorry, action, and assign this constant, which is the action itself. Okay, so we need to pass this as action. Okay, so now we are done, and here you can see that if we render this flash message, it is providing three properties to its child component, which is the flash message, that is success, object class, and action. Okay, and here in the flash message .jsx, you can see that we are accepting three arguments, which is success, object class, and action. So here you will see object class has been, and whatever the action name is successfully. So for example, if your object class is employee, then employee has been, and action name is create, then employee has been created successfully. If your object class name is, let's say, product, then product has been created successfully, or updated successfully, or deleted successfully. Okay, so now we did all the changes. Now it's time to save all the change and go to the browser to test that whether this is working or not. Okay, so make sure to save everything, like in the new form the updated url, and in the edit form updated url, and this flash message jsx, save the entire file, and update your employee list component as well by importing this flash message. Add the action attribute here and get its value from the search params. Okay, just like you are getting from the success, and then remove that alert block from this jsx, and instead you need to render the flash message component. Okay, so let's save it, and now we need to test it. So come to the browser. Okay, so here we have some error here, set timeout is not defined. So let me see what is happening. Okay, so there is some issue with this timeout. Okay, I just capitalize this, and it should not be capital, it should be in small. Okay, so set timeout and clear timeout. Okay, make sure you do not make this mistake. Okay, and now if you go to the browser, you will see that it is visible here. And now let's go to the create new employee and create a new employee. Let's say Sneha Johan, email, let's say Gmail Q, contact number, let's say this. And now let's submit this form. Okay, so when you click on create employee, you will see employee has been created successfully. What it is showing, success equal to true and action is created, and you can see that after 5 seconds the flash message disappears automatically. Now let's try to edit this. Okay, so if you go to the edit, and here let's say make Vikram Chauhan here. Okay, and if you update employee, you can see it is showing the place message like employee has been updated successfully, and the URL is success to and action updated. Okay, now let's try to do the same thing for deleting the employee as well. Okay, so just copy this window.location.href, just copy this and then come to the employee row.jsx. Okay, and after performing this on delete, okay, what we need to do here, we just need to do deleted. Okay, and now we will try to delete an employee and see whether we are getting the flash message for deleting an employee or not. Okay, so now the page has been reset, and when you click on this delete and press on the alert, you will see the employee has been deleted successfully. Okay, and the record has been deleted from the database as well, and the flash message disappears by default after 5 seconds. Okay, so this is what we wanted to do, and you can see that this approach is more better to display the flash messages. Why? Because in future we might add more resources in our application or in our backend, and then we want to perform CRUD for that. So with this approach we can use this flash message in all the parent classes where we want to display our flash messages. Okay, and in that way you do not have to implement, or you do not have to render the alert message in every component. Okay, so you can reuse this shared component across the components. Okay, and this is a more robust approach to implement something. Okay, so I hope you like this lecture. So please try to follow this at your end and let me know if you have any issues or if you are not understanding anything. Okay, I will definitely help you. So try this at your end, and we will meet into the next lecture. Till then, tata, goodbye, take care, and stay safe.